It's a long way to Tipperary, it's a long way to go.
Welcome to Winchester. Since the period of the First World War nearly 100 years ago, this city has changed in many ways. At the onset of the war in 1914, a camp for soldiers was erected at Morn Hill on the Alresford Road. This camp was the last location for soldiers to be stationed before being sent to the front. This film is part of a project to honour those soldiers who travelled through Morn Hill to the trenches of the Great War.
The army camps at Morn Hill were perhaps among the largest camps in the First World War in the United Kingdom. It could have accommodated at full strength 50,000 troops. Compared with the size of Winchester, it was a city outside a city. The camps, after the initial period when troops were housed very unsatisfactorily in tents, there was a major building programme which caused the whole site to be occupied by hutted buildings. The Americans came into the war in April of 1917. They dispatched troops across the Atlantic. They came by train to Winchester and they stayed here for a matter of just a few days before moving on via Southampton to the Western Front. Well, Morn Hill was home to many troops, many thousands of troops, and many of those didn't return to the United Kingdom or their home in America or elsewhere.
Winchester changed radically in those war years. Many residents took advantage of the military presence, opening small businesses to serve the soldiers and the community. Restaurants sprang up and all manner of industry to support the camp and its soldiers. There was a short time when Morn Hill Camp had to be evacuated. Heavy rain and freezing conditions made it impossible for the soldiers to stay there. But Winchester College came to the rescue and housed the soldiers and their horses at very short notice while still continuing its daily school routine.
Great revolution that began our evolution, Washington then won his fame.
Soldiers also attended Winchester Cathedral for their church services, as there was no place of worship at the camp. The railway station, originally built in 1839, was extended by the Americans from the old Great Western route at the bottom of the city. This was a circular route about 2 to 3 miles long, which served the camp hospital, also built by the Americans for illness rather than injury. We are soon to witness the completion of the project, the honouring of a 100-year vow to create a memorial for the soldiers of Morn Hill Camp. The memorial will be located here by the Great Hall in 2014. Morn Hill, a short drive from the city centre, is also open to visitors. There are plans for its further development. For example, in the future, signs will be erected to show what the camp looked like during the war years. We need your help to complete the project. We are looking for local people to tell us about relatives they had who may have fought in the war or who lived in Winchester at the time of the camp. We would like you to share your old photographs, stories and memorabilia from the period to help us honour the soldiers and the people of Winchester who welcomed and willingly supported our troops at such a terrible time and in such harsh conditions. Email us at tohonourapromise@winchester.gov.uk. Morn Hill is now a butterfly sanctuary, home to many different species living together in peace and harmony in a place where so many men came to prepare to fight for the same values so long ago. They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them.